episode 40 of Something Newsy. I'm the host Xamara, and today I'm here with Allie, Andres, Hana, and two Kaylas. They'll introduce themselves from their last names. What we are talking about today is affordable summer plans. Who would like to go first?
I'll go first. So I'm Kayla Menjivar, and the activity that I came across was summer movies in the park. They are free. They're offered throughout different parks in San Diego. And so this weekend, for instance, they are doing 3 showings. One on Friday, they're doing Puss in Boots at Waterfront Park. And then on Saturday, they're doing Angels in the Outfield, 6:30 at Valley Center Community Park. And then at 7, they're doing Top Gun at Lincoln Acres County Park. And so this is going to be going on all summer. It's free. You just have to go on Summer Movies in the Park San Diego to find where they're going to be offering these.
Awesome. Well, another nice thing that's free in the summer is the beach and the free access to the beach, especially being in San Diego. We have a lot of options. We have a large coast, so there's a lot of things to do. And at the beach, you can surf, you can play volleyball, or you can just hang out with your friends.
If you have them.
And that was Alysse Dodge. Anyone else have any ideas?
Actually, it kind of relates to yours, but they always have like farmers markets. I know Pacific Beach has one, and then also Ocean Beach. Love those. Very fun. Affordable because there's no like entry fee. So.
Hannah?
Well, if we want to get off the free and just make it a little bit affordable, if you're into sports, if you still want to pay a little bit, if you don't want to pay a lot, if you're into sports, if you're into Padres specifically, not all the games are going to be like this, but the ones on Sundays and normally during the week, most likely Tuesdays or Wednesdays, the tickets often tend to be under $15 once you pay the fees in the ticket itself. Now everything inside the stadium is still relatively expensive, but the ticket itself to just go and enjoy the game or even sit in the grass field by the back of the stadium is always a nice time. Even being in and around downtown, there's a lot of fun things to do. If you want to leave the stadium, go to the Seaport Village. There's a lot of nice activities to do there as well. Ubbo is always a nice spot to go to for anything free. I don't know if they're gonna be opening up the Botanical Garden. I've seen it under construction this past year. I assume it's back up, but that's always a nice spot to go to. And then, though some of the museums you do have to pay a bit to get into, there are a couple some art museums there that are free entry, and you can go and enjoy some nice artifacts, portraits, paintings, whatever you like.
Back onto the free activities to do during the summer. Similar to Allie's, like going to the beach. Other ways to enjoy the outdoors is to like go for a hike, or you can go to like the boardwalk and do some rollerblading or biking or anything like that. I don't know. San Diego, so there's like, you can do anything.
The glider port by Torrey Pines, there's a couple hikes around the area, but the glider port itself is always pretty cool to go to when I think they have like a falcon at the top that like does some tricks and flies around, and obviously the gliders themselves during sunset. It's always a nice spot to be. I don't want to butcher it, but there is a trail off of La Jolla Village Drive that's pretty popular. Not Annie's Canyon, or I think that's not that one, but it's another one. But there are just some nice hiking spots there that takes you all the way down to different parts of La Jolla's beach there.
Beautiful.
Another fun thing that's kind of trending right now is like paint nights. If you're above 21, they're called like paint and sip. I've never been to one. I've been wanting to go to one, so I can't make any recommendations, but I have heard good things and it sounds fun and somewhat affordable.
Is there
And-
any? Oops, sorry.
Is anybody going on any vacations this summer? Or if not, where would you want to go? What's a good summer destination? I want to go back to Hawaii, but I haven't had anything planned yet.
For those that like surfing, I know Xamara is like becoming more popular among surfers. Somewhere I'd like to go during the summer, but I think their summer is not like their summer is not our
It's
summer.
opposites.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure when it is, but I know that like their beaches are just, we have cold beaches, they have warmer water.
Yeah.
So for folks that like surfing, Xamara could be a cool spot.
Yeah. I really want to go to Australia, but their summer is our winter. So probably wouldn't be a summer vacation.
I was gonna say Baja California is a really nice spot to go if you want to go surfing. You don't have to go that far, but Rosarito has some good beaches, and if you go a bit further than that, there are some spots that I've heard that are popular. That people tend to just do road trips down the coast and then hit up some nice surf spots.
Road
And I think,
trips are nice.
yeah, I think Baja in general is a nice spot to be in. Lucky enough to go on a trip with some of my buddies to Puerto Peñasco this summer, which is on not Baja, but it's like on the opposite side of the coast in Mexico. So that'll be a fun time. But if you have a chance or if you're able to, just go into Mexico a little bit and go on the coast. It's always a nice time and very enjoyable.
Okay, is there any hidden gems that you guys know of that people could visit in the summer, or like go out to eat, or like any activities?
There's this one spot in La Jolla that's by the UCSD Marine Biology Extension, and it's a nice little coffee spot that has a nice view over the obviously the coast and the pier in La Jolla. I'm not sure what the coffee spot is called, but I do know it's like not that expensive compared to other coffee spots in San Diego in general. I think it's $3 or $4 for coffee, and it's a really nice view, and it looks like it's pretty tucked away. I don't know exactly how to get there. I just saw actually a post about it the other day, and it was pretty interesting. But I haven't looked into it too much. But I know that area in general too, the Marine Biology Extension that UCSD has, is always a nice lookout spot too if you want to go and just watch the beach and enjoy some of the sun. It's really secluded, and it's got some nice architecture in that area. The buildings there are pretty cool.
Well, there's a lot of cool beaches on Sunset Cliff. There's No Surf Beach right there. It's becoming more popular to
Yeah,
tourists.
it's not a secret anymore.
I know, but still, it's like really nice to go down there. The waves
surf.
aren't not surf,
Oh.
but the waves are kind of nice. Like you go there to swim. I don't recommend surfing.
I've
in
seen a
Sunset
few people
Cliffs.
surf there. The surf spots in Sunset Cliffs are garbage and sometimes no surf, but yeah, it's a bit dangerous.
Is it called No Surf Beach, like when you look it up?
Yeah, but people surf there. I don't know if it's like legal. Maybe the name is just to throw people
It's-
off. I don't
It's
know.
just because there's never really any
Yeah.
waves.
I don't know.
Yeah. And then there's tide pools right by the Ocean Beach Pier. During low tide, you can see like everything, starfish. There's sometimes octopuses down there, and all that stuff. It's pretty cool. So, I recommend that.
It's not a hidden gem anymore, or I don't know if it ever really was, but the Cove store in La Jolla. To
Yeah.
go down in the Cove.
I've never
It's a
been
nice spot
there,
to always
but it's
visit.
on-
I've never been there either, but I've heard it's nice and it looks cool. But
Is it free?
yeah, you can go into the store and then it drops you down into just a little cove that they have there, and you walk back up the stairs. So I'm pretty sure it's just free entry to get in there and go down. But not really a hidden gem, but just a nice spot in San Diego for tourists to especially go to, I guess, as well.
In that same area, there's that like park area
Yeah.
too for those that want like a mix of both, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a secret spot, but I don't know if you guys have heard of. It's the new, not necessarily new, but newly like trendy surf shop and coffee shop. It's called Hermosa.
Yeah.
Hermosa Surf. I have been there. It's really good. They advertise that they have the best matcha in the world, and I actually it was very good matcha. Maybe the best matcha. So that's a cool place to go. Kind of blew up on like social media, but when I went there wasn't that many people there, so shouldn't be a big problem.
Where is that located?
It's in La Jolla, pretty close to Windansea. So I got my coffee there and then I walked to Windansea. It's like that close. So yeah, good spot. There's a donut shop next door that looks good, but I've never been there. There's always a long line, so it must be good. I can't think of any more secret. At
This
least
isn't a secret. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I mentioned this before, but one of my favorite spots in SD, and it's not like beachy or anything. It's a normal hike. It's called Moon, and they sell like cacao coffee. Like I guess it's not even. They do sell coffee, but they stopped selling coffee at 2. It's just a very like holistic coffee shop. And they offer like community acupuncture, like community healing services. They update their calendar pretty regularly online, and so it's just a really cool, like wholesome spot if you're looking for just a different vibe or a more like, I guess wholesome atmosphere. It's called Miami. It's pretty cool.
Something that's also kind of not beach related, but is still enjoyable to do if you're into it. There's this spot in South Park, if you're into vinyls or record players or anything like that, called Vinyl Junkies. I don't know if any of you guys have been, but it's a small little shop, and they have like a little back store as well where you can go and look through cassette tapes and different vinyls that they have there for sale, or your popular artists as well. If you're into vinyls and if you just got a record player or you want to get into it, it's a nice spot to go to. And South Park in general and North Park, that area is always nice to just walk around in.
Do you guys know of any good like thrift stores?
Oof, I'm trying to find some good
Like
ones.
actual thrift stores though.
Yeah.
They're not selling like $60 jeans.
No.
Plus.
There's some in Ocean Beach. I'm not sure of the names though, because I don't go in that often.
Yeah.
But there's a lot down in OB, and then during when they have that farmers market, they have like people with
Yeah.
like racks for thrifting.
Nice.
Yeah.
When is the farmers market though?
Every Wednesday at, I think it starts at 3 or 4.
I think it's 4. Yeah.
Cool.
PB's main street, I don't know the name of it, but the main one that you go down to when you want to hit the beach has a Goodwill, and I think it's not really a thrift store anymore because it's a bit pricier. I can't remember the
Buffalo
name of it.
Exchange?
Yeah, Buffalo
Yeah.
Exchange.
There's one in Hillcrest too.
Yeah, so they have that, a Goodwill, and then another like vintage shop too that has some cheap stuff, but for the most part it's a little bit on the higher end. But that's a nice place to walk down if you're hoping to just find some cheap stuff.
That concludes our podcast for today. Thank you for listening, and we'll produce the next one. This is the last one for this semester, and thank you for listening.
Bye.
Bye.